districts have been able to do. We move on. Women in leadership roles can help restore balance and wholeness to our communities, says Wilma Mankiller, the Cherokee national leader. Our chief guest this evening is a personality of gut and gumption. To introduce the Honorable Governor, Her Excellency, I invite co-convener for the South Zone meet and past International Treasurer, Aragu Annamalai.
Good evening to everybody. It is indeed an honor to introduce a lady of such great accomplishments. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan was born on the 2nd of June 1961 in Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan took charge as the Governor of Telangana on the 8th of September 2019, and she happens to be the first woman governor of the state of Telangana. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan holds additional charge as the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. She has a remarkable public and social service background spanning over 20 years. She also has an illustrious political career in the last 2 decades, where she has successfully led the state unit of a political party with noteworthy accomplishments. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan started her career as a medical practitioner after completing her MBBS, PG in Gynecology, DGO. She has undertaken special training on ultrasound and fetal therapy at Toronto, Canada. She worked as an assistant professor, Department of Gynecology at the Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai for 7 years and resigned in 2003 for a full-time political engaged career. She nurtures great devotion towards public service and enhancement of living standards of the common people with focus on health and education as a prime agenda. She has donned the hat of being a state head of a political party and steering it with exemplary management skills and pro-people service milieu. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan is a proud recipient of an international award titled International Rising Star of the Year 2018 by a multi-ethnic advisory task force, USA, under the US Congressman Danny K. Davis for her services to the society, especially in the field of politics, public service, and medical services. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan is known for her strong advocacy towards uplifting living standards of people through better health and preventive care. She is a great admirer of social and cultural strengths of our country and very considerate towards inclusion of values and humility right at basic education system and upwards. Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan happens to be very focused towards development of society and well-being of citizens, even to the last mile. Medicine as a profession and career. Her medical qualification states that she is an MBBS, DGO, professional specialization postgraduate in gynecology, special training sonology and fetal therapy, Canada, Australia, and London. Work experience, worked as an assistant professor at the Ramachandra Medical College for 7 years. So ladies and gentlemen, there are a few gentlemen in this audience. It is indeed our privilege at District 323 and at the South Zone to welcome Her Excellency Dr. Tamilsae Soundararajan to address us this evening. Thank you very much.
திரு அனந்தனின் குமரியே, நற்றமிழின் இசை வெள்ளம் போல் உரையாற்ற உங்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம்.
A very special good evening to each and every one here. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Mrs. Kamala Selvam, Chairman, Innerville, District 323. Mrs. Saroj Katiyar, Association President of the Innerville Club in India. Mrs. Kamala Ramakrishnan, past International Innerville President. Mrs. Aragu Annamalai, past International Innerville Treasurer. Special guest Mr. Selvam and Mr. Bhaskar. Mrs. Kamala Selvam, and Mr. Selvam, because I think odd man among the women sitting here, and I am really happy that you are attending the program, and Bhaskar, because of him only I am here, because continuously he was calling me, and because of my busy schedule, I could be here because of his continuous persuasion, and I thank him. And apart from that, my respects to each and every women, colorful women sitting here. And I thought today, which is the most powerful center in Chennai, most colorful center also in Chennai, and I think this is the most powerful center of Chennai today, because so many Shaktis are sitting here with full of enthusiasm and with service attitude. And when they introduced me, so they said, being a woman holding a post, a constitutional post, and holding responsibility for 2 states, it is difficult. According to me, nothing is difficult for a woman. Everything is easy for a woman. And I always say, when they introduce me, I am the first women governor of Telangana, and when I was posted as a governor, the critics said, I am also the youngest governor in the country. So the critics said, this is the youngest state. Telangana is the youngest state, and she is the youngest governor, and with what experience she will manage the state. Then I replied, the critics said, I am a gynecologist. I can handle newborn babies. Telangana is a newborn baby, and I am a gynecologist, and I can handle it more effectively than any other governor. Then when I was given additional charge as Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, same critics came out with the opinion how she is going to manage 2 states. I answered in my medical answer itself. A gynecologist can handle a single baby, a gynecologist can handle twin babies also. So I will handle very effectively. Why I am telling, the confidence which we have in taking our job and our opportunity is the major thing each and every woman should possess. Even though I am very happy to be here, colorful women, as a women, we have to face so much of challenges. I always say, if a man, because Bhaskar and Selvam should not get angry, and other brothers, cameramen and other our service people and serving people should not get angry. If a man want to come out of the house, just like that, an ironed shirt, they can take it and wear it and come away. But for a woman to come out of the house, she has so much of responsibilities. She has to cook the food. She has to decide when the child will come to take the food, whether she has fed the in-laws, whether the postman will come to deliver the post, whether the electric man will come to note the electricity bill. And with all these, she has to arrange everything, and then only she can come out of the house. So if a woman is coming out of a house, she is equal to 1,000 men, because it is the toughest job. It's not only words, because I am also a woman, a family woman, a mother, a wife, a sister. So I also feel I face all the difficulties. So when I became the governor, because why I am telling my experiences, because I can only tell my experience so that You can get some simple, I cannot say advice, I'm not a great person, but having such a position, attained such a position, I can share my experience with you. So when I became the governor, everyone asked whether you are an extraordinary person. I told, I am not an extraordinary person, I am a very, very ordinary person. I am a very ordinary woman who also likes beautiful saris, who likes jimkis, who likes flowers, who likes clips, who likes bangles, who likes jewels. I am a very ordinary woman, very ordinary person, but doing things in an extraordinary way. That is the important thing. For that also we needn't be tense, like a flow of a water, like the blow of the wind, like the aroma of the flower. Very naturally, dedicatedly, we can achieve our goal. Why I am telling this? If a woman, because I have moved with women as a gynecologist. One lady came to my OP and told, Doctor, tension, 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 I am always tensed. Then I asked, what is the problem with you? She told, what is the problem? Why are you tensed? No, I am tensed. What to wear, what sari to wear tomorrow, what blouse to wear tomorrow, and what to cook tomorrow, and what are the vegetables to buy tomorrow. So I am so much tensed. So I told, simple meticulous planning will avoid this tension. But why we are not doing? Then another lady told, I am too much depressed. Then I told, what is the problem with you? What is the problem in the family? She told, there is no any problem in the family, but there is a problem in the serial which I am watching every day. So she is going to die, she is so sick, and she has become so problematic, and the family is ignoring her. I don't know what to do. What is the problem with you? So everything should take in a very lighter way. That is the advice I cannot say advice, that is the experience we can share with the women. Because I have moved with women. So each and everything they tensed and they always cry. I always say, don't cry. Cry is the weakest presentation of a woman. Be strong. I always say one proverb, because we as a women, we face so much of challenges. More than men. Men also think, no, women are facing challenges, as if men are not facing challenges. Definitely men are also facing challenges, but women are facing 100 times more challenges than men, I can very boldly say. So a poet says, a tree is there spreading its branches ahead of the fence. So the gardener won't like the tree spreading its branches. It is like akin to an officer, a higher authority won't allow or won't accept a woman spreading her branches. So this is represented in a poem. The tree says, I am growing and I am spreading my branches. But the gardener doesn't like that. So he cut my branches. It is like what we develop in our society, in our organization, even in a political party, wherever it may be, whatever may be the organization it may be. So when I spread my branches, the gardener is cutting my branches. I am not sitting and I am not going to sit and cry. The tree says, gardener, you can cut my branches, but you cannot cut my roots. I will pass my roots very deeply in the soil, and I will grow and I will give shadow to the future generation. That is the courage and self-confidence each and every woman should have. Women face physiological problem, physical problem, family problem, social problem, psychological problem, so much of problems. I am not saying that every woman will have a smooth path. But we know that everyone can say, no, you have come to such a level, so your path was so smooth. No, my path was also with thorns, with stones. It was uneven, but had the conviction to reach the fourth, because I am not bothered about the way, I was bothered about only the fourth which I have to reach. That is the conviction each and every woman should have. Family problem is there, I understand. Mother-in-law problem is there, husband problem is there. So I always narrate one story from Ramayana. Sita went to forest with Raman, and all the family members came to see her. The first question she asked was, Kaigeyi parrot is okay? The flashback was, the Kaigeyi parrot is a parrot which was gifted to her by Rama, and she requested Rama to coin a name to the parrot. Rama, then she told, the name which you most like, which you like very much, please coin the name. So he didn't coin the name of his mother, he coined the name of Kaigeyi. So she coined the name of Kaigeyi. That parrot was called Kaigeyi parrot, and she was fondling with the parrot. But when she went to the forest, she left the parrot there. So when the servants and the relatives came to see her, her first question was whether the parrot is okay. Then she herself tells, why I am asking this question? Because I should not be blamed, that because she was asking whether the parrot is eating, whether you bathed the parrot, you decorated the parrot, you dressed the parrot, you treated the parrot. She was going on asking everything about the parrot. Then she herself says, why I am telling, and I am very cautiously asking everything about that parrot, because I should not be blamed. Because I coined the name of my mother-in-law, I didn't bother about that, so I am just looking after the parrot as a primary factor, because I should not be blamed that my mother-in-law, because it had the name of my mother-in-law, I am ignoring the parrot. So Sita itself had mother-in-law problem. Then what is the problem with this? So why I am telling these are the small things. Then one lady came to a saint saying, my husband is very cruel. He is very furious. So I am unable to live with him. I want to correct him. So the saint told, you go to a forest, move with lion and tigers, and get the milk of it, and then go and give it to your husband. Then he will be okay. She went to the forest. She was friendly with the lion and the tiger. She moved with them, and she got the milk and gave it to her husband, thinking that he will be corrected. But again he was like that. She ran to the saint and asked, Saint, Swamiji, you told if I give the milk of the lion or tiger, he will be okay, but still he is like that. Then the Swamiji told, leave it. You have already moved with tigers and lions. What is the beauty to move with your husband? So take it as easy as moving with the tiger. So whatever may be, that solution is there. It is all in our mind. So whatever may be the family problem, be in a very lighter mood, be very cautious about your health. I always say, don't compromise your health for anything. Because women are there to look after the families. They think they are doing so much of sacrifice in safeguarding their parents, husband. I have noticed as a doctor, when the husband suffers with stomach pain, they immediately want to go to a gastroenterologist for consultation. If the child is suffering from headache, immediately they want to refer the child to a neurologist. But if they are having some ailment, they go to the kitchen and they take some asafoetida or some other grocery, and they satisfy that they have treated themselves. Please don't do that. Please look after your health. Are we very much concerned about health? narrate one experience during my postgraduate days. I was a postgraduate at Ramchandra Medical College and then I became the assistant professor at Ramchandra Medical College. During that time, there was an exhibition like that arranged in one of a very big Kalyana Mandapam. Then we told to our madam, chief, saying that this is a women-oriented exhibition. So all stalls will be there, saree stalls will be there, jewellery stalls will be there, cosmetic jobs will be there. So we want to create awareness among the women about the women-oriented carcinomas. So we also engaged a stall, we collected money ourselves and we gave the rent and we decorated the stall and we had all charts about breast cancer, about cervical cancer, about uterine cancer, and we were ready with all the investigations, we were ready to check up all the women. So we were putting the coat with a stethoscope, we were all sitting there. The women came. This side saree shop, this side jewellery shop. The women used to come, they used to take the sari, put it on the shoulder and they had to see this side and that side and they used to select sari. So we will be very happy that next they will come to us. These ladies, after selecting the sari, they will very fastly move to away from our shop, cross our shop and they will enter the jewellery shop. We were patiently seeing that. Then we were unable to tolerate the attitude because they went to the saree shop, they went to the jewellery shop, but they didn't visit our stall. We pulled them and then we told, unless you are healthy, you cannot wear the saree, you cannot wear the jewel, please come and get yourself checked. Then after that you won't believe 230 women were diagnosed with early cancerous situation, whether it is breast adenoma or cervical cancer. Among the population who visited the exhibition, we spotted out 200 to 300 women with symptoms of early carcinoma. So what is the advice is, please look after your health also. I want to ask one simple question. How many of you do yoga in the morning? Okay. Who don't do yoga in the morning? Who don't do, number is more. It should not be like that. Yoga is a very simple art which will make us happy, healthy, alert, active. So from today, you start practicing yoga. Next month you will notice you are more active than what you are today. So please, that is my simple appeal. Then another thing, who are all very cautious about calories, please raise your hand. Yeah, that is also, actually I always used to say we are counting our currencies, but we are not counting our calories. We have to calculate our calorie. When I eat one sweet, then immediately my mind will calculate. So how many calories I have taken, then how many calories should be spent, otherwise you cannot be healthy. So my appeal is, please enjoy life, but self-reliant, as our Honorable Prime Minister says, be self-reliant. Women should be empowered. When they are economically empowered, they can be physically, socially empowered. So whatever may be the smallest effort you can put on business or profession or in your work, so that you can be economically empowered also. So let us all be happy, and my final appeal is, here my strong women from Tamil Nadu there, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana, Puducherry. My appeal is, each and every one should support the government and be the ambassadors for vaccination. Because of all the efforts of our frontline warriors and doctors, we are hale and healthy now. But I am very proud as an Indian, We have crossed 100 crore mark of vaccination, which is the proud moment of India. And always innovative and digitalize yourself. I always say exactly on October 21st, 9:27 a.m. we crossed the 100 crore mark of vaccination. We were able to judge in that way because it was digitally monitored in a country of 130 crore. So please be happy. Don't compromise your health or happiness for anything. Always enjoy your life. Be empowered. Be self-reliant and be happy. That is my message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your words of wisdom, encouragement and advice. As Maya Angelou, poet and civil rights activist said, each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. You are indeed a role model for many women. We request you to kindly accept small token of our appreciation and respect from Innovate. Thank you again, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we can come to the conclusion of our inaugural session. May I request you to be seated still because there are some surprises coming up. Venkataramani to propose a vote of thanks, please, before the surprises.
On behalf of District Chairman Kamala Selvam, Convener Past International President Kamala Ramakrishnan, Co-Convener Past International Treasurer Aragar Namale, the Organizing Committee of the South Zone Meet, the Executive Committee and members of District 323, it is my pleasure to thank all those who have made this inaugural session a success. Amidst her myriad responsibilities, the Honorable Governor of Telangana and the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, has made the time to be amongst us today. We thank you, Madam, for accepting our invitation. We are indeed honored that you have travelled all the way from Telangana to grace the occasion and to address us, and for inaugurating our projects of the day. We also thank you for addressing us. Your words were an inspiration to all women who balance multiple responsibilities and would like to go that little bit further and reach for the stars. Thank you, ma'am, for the excellent advice delivered through very interesting stories. Having the association president with us visit our district is always a much looked forward to occasion. We are happy to have you amongst us twice this year, Association President Saroj Khatiyar ma'am, now and for our district conference next month. Our thanks to you for your words addressing us. We thank the Association Executive Committee, Vice President Surjit Kaur, Immediate Past President Vasudha Chandrachud, Association Secretary Anuradha Chandak, and National Editor Veena Swami for their presence amongst us. Our thanks to the District Chairman, Dachayani Paneer Selvam, Jyoti Lakshman, Pushpa Gururaj, Veena Niranjan, Alamelu Sivaramakrishnan, Sindha Joji, and members of the South Zone for their enthusiastic participation from their districts. We look forward to interacting with them all over the next 2 days. If we have an eminent personality such as the Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan as Chief Guest today, we have Mr. Bhaskar and Mr. Selvam Azhagappan to thank. Thank you, sirs, for your untiring effort in making this possible. District 323 is honored by the presence of all those who have attended the South Zone meet, and we hope you will enjoy the meet today and tomorrow. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. As we conclude this session, there are some surprises coming up for you. May I request everybody to rise for the national anthem, please?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय